Thanks for coming. There's a reason why I do this class, because obviously this is something near and dear to all our hearts. How many people out there have ever had low back pain, headaches? Yeah? Somehow that always happens when I ask that question. Well, let's just talk about it real quick. We as humans are funny little creatures. How many other animals do you know that use their spine like this? Not very many, huh? What do the other animals do on this planet? Don't they do this? Okay. What's the difference between this presentation and this presentation? I want to kind of really actually emphasize the point that we as humans are very, very, very strange. We're the only creatures on the planet as well where the hole, this is the skull, where the hole where the spinal cord goes actually is at the bottom of the skull. You know where the other animals all have it? In the back of their head. We're the only ones who do this. And you know why we do that? Because this is how we are. Obviously, on a functional level, it makes sense for us to be that way, because what makes humans also unique is that we have hands, right? What do we do with these things? We read, we write, we make tools, we do all the things that makes us humans very unique. But ultimately, we had to pay a price for this, because the thing that happens to us, and we're going to talk a lot about something very important as far as our health is concerned, is these little guys over here. You guys know what these things are? Discs? That's what they are. Okay, now, on cats, dogs, horses, fish, birds, well, they're all doing this all the time. How is gravity treating this? Obviously, it's a very different story, right? Now, we always know, we've all heard the term spinal column. Well, you know why we call it spinal column? Because it's a column. It's standing straight up. What do the other creatures do? They're basically a spinal beam. There's no gravity going through this. Technically speaking, if a horse hurts his disc, he doesn't have nearly as much to worry about as we do. He just hurts this, and it's not going to really translate us to any problems up and down the spine at all. What do our discs have to do along with everything else that they have to do? They have to also hold us up. Very important thing to consider. Isn't gravity always squeezing this? Right? Now, the other thing that we do, since we don't have 4 legs to transfer our weight in a nice and smooth pattern, we have 2, right? So every time I take a step, it's an impact. It's an impact. It's an impact. So what that's doing, on top of the fact that your body now has to be held up by your disc, is it with every step. Now, if you're a jogger, you can imagine that's going to be having a bigger issue as well.